or another.
One way or another, I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you one way. It's working on the live. Let's see. Y'all see? That sounds horrible.
Sorry, I forgot my mic was on.
Ears. Okay, something's wrong. Let me go to YouTube. Wait, I don't have to do that. I can just hit here. Well, it says 2 people are watching us. It's working on YouTube, not the live page. Okay. Copy, edit, visual composer. Hey, everybody. Welcome to watching us record our show. We have not started the show yet. I've got to get something to make me stand higher. Hello, Kilroy. All right, video player. See if this works. Save. Close. Restore. Yes, I do. Wait, no, don't reload. I want to save it first. I don't know why. I guess I have to embed it.
If you need me, just let me know.
Dude, I will. It's website stuff.
Because you're pretty much carrying a conversation with yourself, and I know
that's because I don't want everybody to be totally bored.
You can help you can help yourself better than I can. So
I don't know why it's not.
Because it's Thursday night. There's always something every Thursday night that doesn't want to work.
That's right. And we're live, so it should be working. Should be showing up.
Hey, Bart, I just accepted your gift and sent you more requests for more gifts.
Somebody sent me a GIF?
No, I'm telling Bart Labor that I just accepted his golf money and just sent him back some
golf game. Yeah.
My new addiction.
I have to go to YouTube. This is called pre-show, guys. This is what we do whenever we get ready to record. We try to get stuff working. Don't tell me how the game's going, because I usually watch the game while I'm editing the video. Oh, that's not what I meant to do.
Not going too well for me.
It's not.
I got 3 people playing tonight.
Oh. Creator Studio. You could talk to everybody. Tell them what you're doing while I'm trying to figure this out.
I really don't want to know what we're doing, so I'm just...
No, tell them about whatever you're doing. I don't know what you're doing.
They don't
want to know that's the premiere. I don't want to watch the premiere. Let's see.
Oh, the Indians are playing too.
Oh, hockey opened tonight, I think. Oh man, you are just wrong.
Hockey's cool for the playoffs. Well, now's the time I start watching baseball because it's the playoffs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't really watch baseball during the season. I mean, if there's absolutely nothing else on, I'll watch it. But
maybe it's because it's unlisted. Why do I have it as unlisted? That doesn't make any sense.
I don't know.
I know, me neither.
You got one job to do. That's all you got to worry about.
Yeah, one job. Just one job. Just one. Public. Publish. Boy, I hope this isn't messing everything up.
That would be bad.
That would be bad. View on watch page. All right. Here is the link. Copy. Go to my page. Edit. Oh, man. Paste. It's not hidden, is it? Nope. Save changes. It's not working on the live page.
Why?
I really do not have any idea.
Let me go on there and see.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out.
Yeah, that's going to happen. Okay.
Does anybody watch on the live page or they just go to YouTube?
Oh, they all watch on the live page. That's where they chat.
Oh.
Doesn't make any sense at all. We just have to tell everybody to go to the YouTube. We got 3 people watching on YouTube. This is really weird.
Watch live and chat.
Oh, it's not going to work, David. Not until I can figure it out. I need to do the embed. I need to get in bed. That's what I need to do. All right, let's see. David, this is not cool. It worked last week, and I did the same thing I'm doing this week. Video player.
It's not working on our page.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm trying to work on. Wow. All right, well, we're about to do it without it, which really frustrates me because that's where I send everybody is to our live page, and yet it's not working. Man.
Could be our host problem.
Let's see if I put this in. No, that's not going to work either. That's not going to work. We'll try it anyway. Well, it gives me a little small one anyway. All right, let's see.
As long as I can listen to it.
No, I'm going to fix this. Okay, let's see. Iframe width. Let's see. Let's do. Hold on. I'm about to be there, y'all. It's about to be working.
We're losing the chat wing's empty now. So
well, I don't doubt it.
I'm just kidding. It's not.
YouTube.
No, it's not. They're still there.
1080 by what is it?
It's okay. Where the video normally is, there's a link to the YouTube video.
Well, there's not. That's
what Gwen just said. There's a link to the YouTube video.
Oh,
actually, there is. I did see that at the bottom of the screen.
Oh, 1920 by 1080.
It said this guy has not figured out how to use this properly, so please follow this link to go to the YouTube page.
Yeah, that's about right. What that does to it. Oh, that makes it really big. We don't want to do that. Okay. Let's see. Well, how do I edit that now that I made it way too big?
Did you binge watch Psych last week?
Me? Why would I have binge watched Psych?
Oh, Gwen said, tell us all about how you binged Psych over the last week.
That would be you.
I'm not going to talk about that because I didn't do it, but I am going to talk about binging. Part of my initial reaction.
All right. Well,
on the live page, it just shows a link to the YouTube. Yeah, that's where she said.
Oh, wait. I know what I'm going to be able to do. All right. Hold on. Share, embed. It won't let me embed because I disabled embedding. Stupid me.
This is like going to that birthday party that you don't want to go to because you don't like the kid.
That's right. That's what it's like. Trying to figure out the dimensions of a YouTube video. Well, I know how I can figure that out, as everybody is.
No, but what I did binge watch last week was Poldark. It's a Masterpiece Theater piece. It's got Aidan Turner from The Hobbit, one of the brothers. That was really, we binge watched season 1 and 2, and we just started season 3 tonight because it just started Sunday. So we are all caught up.
What are you binge watching?
Poldark.
Oh, Connie's watching that. I told her I didn't want to watch it. Is it good?
Yeah. No, I've in the 3rd season because it's not good.
Oh. Well, why are you watching it?
Because Terry wants me to watch it with her.
I'm kidding.
What makes Terry happy is what. No, it's good. It's got a bunch of recognizable people in it. There's good actors in it.
All right, YouTube video. Well, tell us about it because I do not know about that show. All right, let's try 854 by 480. All right, y'all. I think I'm close. 854 by 480. David, are you there?
I'm here.
854 by
Caramba.
480. See if it works. Hey, they can't see the chat room, but you can pull the chat room out by clicking the little double window thing, and you can see the chat room. Well, wait, I can make it even smaller than that. 640 by 360. Hey, dude,
I'm just taking in my room. I'm just taking in my room.
Just taking it in? That's
taking
awesome.
It in.
640 by 360. Let's try that. What? Oh, now it's did something really weird. Oh, that's the wrong page. No, it's not. What in the world just happened?
Gwen says she sees your computer screen. So if you get anything on the screen that you don't want them to see, then you should probably get it on.
See my computer screen.
Probably because you're projecting your computer screen instead of just the video. Here, I'll go in there and see.
I can't even tell you how frustrated I am right now.
I bet I can.
I bet you can, because I'm really frustrated.
Been there, done that, and almost made a t-shirt about it.
Yeah, I am really frustrated.
But that would frustrate you even more if I had a t-shirt about you being frustrated.
Oh my goodness, you just have no idea. No idea at all.
All right, so I see time-lapse lighthouse. What is that? From MK Digital Multimedia. See the chat room.
What are you talking about? You see all this stuff on my computer?
No, I'm just looking at what am I? I'm watching a video.
Oh, it's like for some reason it put up a Vimeo video. It doesn't make any sense at all.
It's just a scenery video, yeah. It's very pretty.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I'm
very
sure.
Scenic. I actually thought it was a Survivor intro for a minute when the sun came up, but that
is on our website. Yeah, that looks pretty cool on our website. All right.
Hey, if you want to show that instead of our faces, but get our audio playing, that would be awesome.
What's it showing now?
Filma de October 2012 in Toro Belebe. And now it's showing two people dancing in La Trampa.
Hey, well, refresh it. That might help.
Oh, sorry. I was enjoying the La Trampa.
I'm sure you were. I'm not enjoying this at all. Sorry, everybody. We've been doing this now for 12 minutes.
It's refreshing. I'm waiting for it to come up. And there's nothing. There is a link at the bottom.
There's a link?
That takes me to us live.
All right. I'm just going to leave it alone then.
Okay.
My goodness. I'm not even going to be able to enjoy the whole show because of this. I'm going to try one more thing. Then we're going to lose everybody, but I'm going to try one more thing. That's all right. We only have a few people that watch. Everyone else.
But those people are precious.
They are precious. They are precious in our site.
So it's like it's showing the link, but it's not showing the video.
Yeah, not yet. Not until I can figure something out. Which I'm about to. Red and yellow, black and white, they are precious in His sight. Jesus loves the little children of the world. That's not what I meant to do. That's not what I meant to do. I cannot wait to talk about my initial thoughts. All right. Hold on. Here we go. Let's see. Ba-doop-ba-doom. Ba-doop-ba-doom.
Mark is sending you screenshots in our chat.
Nice.
In our private chat, yes. That's very funny.
Thank you, Mark. Taking over Mike's job. All right, let's see if this works. I believe it will.
Let me refresh.
Working, my friend. Well, let it completely load. And done. Ladies and gentlemen, I have fixed it for good.
I see the time-lapse lighthouse video again.
No, you do not.
I do, but I'm refreshing again just to make sure.
It is there. It is the time lapse.
It sure is. It's a really cool video.
No, it's really not. Just a second. I do know how to fix this.
Really? You've been messing with us for 14 minutes and you really know how to fix it?
Here I go. Watch this. Video player. Here.
Still the time lapse.
Yeah, I know. I am aware of what's going on.
Are you finished?
No, I'm checking it. Wear a silly grin the moment you walk in the room.
It's still the time lapse video.
Chances are you think that I'm in love with you. I actually think there is something wrong with the website. That's what I think is going on.
Can we go back about 13 and a half minutes when I made the comment then I think it's our web server that's having a problem.
Yeah, there's just going to be no video there.
Okay. Just so we say. Okay.
I am going to hit my computer.
I'm looking forward to my initial reactions too, because I got a couple unique ones.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a link to the video in there. So they can click the link because it's not on there right now. And I'm about
Sounds great.
And everyone will be unhappy with us, but still, at least it will be there. Website broke. Click here to watch on YouTube. Boom. Now we're just going to ask everybody to check that as soon as I update it.
I'm checking now.
Well, it's not loaded yet.
Gwen is on top of it. She's checking it like every 34 seconds.
Gwen is awesome. Can there be a better Gwen?
There's no link now.
And we know. All right. Is it working?
Chat is there. There's no link. Where did you even type that?
All right, I'm about to just give up on this. The problem is people come to this page to watch.
So Gwen made a comment. You saw it.
She's so precious and sweet.
Yeah, go put it back to when you had at least a link on there.
I'm
trying. You know how you did that?
Trying, sir. I'm trying. Well, that's true. I could just go back to that. That's what I'll do.
I'm just here for support.
I'm glad you're here for support because I need support. So is your name Jockey Haynes? Fruit of Loom?
Mr. Loom.
Mr. Loom? Awesome.
Mr. Lou?
We're going to go back to having the YouTube link there. And everyone will be happy except for me.
Good luck, Gwen, with that sweater. Hope it's pretty.
Did you hear my son? Oh my gosh.
Mm-mm.
Oh, he's in the other room.
Which one? I thought they're all away.
Timothy's home for the weekend.
Oh, Gracie's. Is it fall break?
Yeah,
hers is next weekend.
Loading. Okay, there you go. Let's hope it works because I'm tired of messing with it, and I'm not going to mess with it.
The link is there.
David, I promise I'm not going to mess with it anymore.
The link is there. I'm following it, and it takes me to you and me, and we're good.
All right. Well, they're not going to know to get on. They're not going to know how to get on the chat. Oh, I guess they will. Who cares? Whatever.
Well, the chat's in there. They just got to click on YouTube. Well, they got to go back to the chat. You're right.
Well, you can make the chat window go outside of the, but most everybody doesn't know how to do that. So we'll just have those that are smart in our Facebook. I mean, on our page. And then I'm going to hit somebody whenever I figure it out. All right. You ready?
I'm ready.
I look like I've been sick all day, don't I?
No comment.
No comment. That's right. All right. Where are we? Okay. Here we go. At 18 and a half minutes. Welcome to our, well, I'll do that. Welcome to our recap and feedback show for the second.
I did type that correctly. Thank you very much.
Deep breath. All right.
Be the notes. Be the notes.
That's right. I can do this.
That's right. I'm going to do it.
Oh, shut up.
Okay, I'll stop talking.
All right. Welcome to our recap and feedback show for the second episode of Survivor Heroes versus Healers versus Hustlers.
A little slower applause tonight from the crowd over there.
They're all frustrated because it took us 20 minutes to get started. I'm Dwayne, and the guy you just heard is my fellow co-host, David, and we're just two best friends talking about the show we love, Survivor. David, are you doing pretty well? Doing pretty well, huh?
I'm great. I'm rested. I just took a little 18-minute nap, so I am good to go and we're ready to work.
About an 18-minute nap. It took us forever to get this thing started.
Yes.
So, hey, do you have any initial thoughts? I have two. One is not worth discussing. It's just there for the fun of it. And then I have one I want to discuss.
All right. So let's do I have several. Let's do one of mine first.
Okay.
But I want you to listen to it and not comment until it's completely over.
Yes, because of last week. I got it. Go ahead.
Yeah, I didn't want to go first this week because of last week, but I will since I have a couple and you only have one or two that I'm gonna. So don't comment, just listen.
Because I think it's me.
But Chrissy received Ryan's super idol.
They can only be used at tonight's tribal council. Wow.
At tribal council, Alan accused JP and
Can you hear it?
Ashley of being a power couple.
I'm kidding.
No, I can hear it. I was
here's
with you.
Okay, here's the rest. You want me to start it over or just keep playing where it was?
I tell you what, let's start the whole show over.
Okay.
I mean, it's just like 2 minutes into it. All right, 20 minutes. All right.
But could you hear it okay when I pulled it back?
Yeah, you got to pull it back though, otherwise it's going to be too loud.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. Welcome to our recap and feedback show for the second episode of Survivor Heroes versus Healers versus Hustlers. I am Dwayne, and I am here with my best friend, David, and we are just two best friends talking about the show we love. Good evening, David.
Good evening, Dwayne. How are you doing tonight?
Man, I feel like I just got on the computer, like just now.
You look great. You look refreshed, ready to go.
Yeah.
You don't look at all like you were sick today.
And that reminds me, initial thoughts. I bet you have one, don't you?
I have several.
We're going to get right into it. So let's hear your initial thought, and right. I will this week listen and not comment.
Okay. Well, yeah, listen all the way to the end because I want you to hear this one and see how it goes. Here we go. I'll try it.
Because I think it's me.
But Chrissy received Ryan's super idol.
They can only be used at tonight's tribal council. Wow.
At tribal council, Alan accused JP and Ashley of being a power couple.
To have the term power couple being thrown around is ridiculous to me.
I know what I know, and I'm not crazy. I'm confident. In the end, the alliance of four stuck together. Katrina, the tribe has spoken. And Chrissy decided to not save Katrina, holding on to her secret but now powerless idol.
Okay, so if we listen to Mr. Probst, and his comments, because he is executive, he's the big boss man.
Yeah.
He called that a powerless idol. But after last week's episode, your points were extremely valid in the sense that it does carry power. Even Chrissy agreed with you because in this episode, she says, I have this, the idol has no power, but it still has power. And Chrissy's the actuary. She's the genius, and she's the right one, like you were last week, in that it's lost its technical power, but it still has an influence and a power in the game. So that's my first initial reaction. Would you like to comment? Go, Dwayne.
Yeah, obviously, Jeff Probst doesn't know his own idol. He called it powerless, but we all know it is full of power. So there you go.
I guess he's trying to set up that, oh, well, so I guess somebody could play it later as a fake idol. That would be great. Or else he could be saying nobody is smart enough to play it as a fake idol later in the game. So we're going to call it powerless now.
Considering he taped that, last week or something, he already knows what happens. So maybe it really is powerless.
Yes. There you go. That's what I'm saying. Maybe he is telling us ahead of time.
All right, so this isn't really for discussion, but Allie has the best hair in 35 seasons. No hair has been better than Allie's hair. And I have an example for you, all right? Okay. In this episode, she is giving the editors fits, probably in every episode. She had her hair in 10 different ways in this episode. She had down with a part. She was putting it up while talking to Simone. She had the 8 ponytail thing going.
Yeah.
She had down but not parted on the side. She had down with the buff around the back. She was wearing the buff like a pirate, with this like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
She had her hair up in a bun. Then she had her hair up but not in a bun. And then she had it braided tightly with the bun. 10 different ways. And her hair is amazing anyway, but 10 different ways.
Please tell me you counted that the second time you watched and that didn't distract you the first time you watched.
No. I actually watched it the second time, took notes, and thought, man, how many times could she change her hair? And went back and fast forwarded and figured them all out.
That's good. I was a little worried there that you were distracted, but how does she keep changing her hair? But I saw right at the end, she was doing that like 8 ponytail braid.
Oh, yeah.
Then her next confessional is a complete hair all over the place. I'm like, oh, they're telling Probst, we got no continuity here. Just letting you know, there's nothing.
Yeah. Oh, the whole Lauren Patrick thing. She had like 4 haircuts or 4 hairstyles on that one. Oh, it was pretty funny. It was pretty funny. All right. Give me another one of yours.
So this particular episode, you and I are both members of multiple groups pertaining to Survivor. We get pulled into a lot of groups that we actually don't realize until we see them on our timeline. But I happened to click on a few because I saw some comments were made and people were commenting about this not being a great episode so far, not great season. To me, this particular episode was like a soccer game that ends in a 0-0 tie. I will always find something good in a soccer game. I love soccer, all that kind of stuff. I will always find something good. And I kind of, and that's how I felt about this particular episode. The end was like a tie, a 0-0 tie.
Yeah.
God bless you, Simone. I hope you have a great life and maybe do something else, not Survivor related, but
inside air conditioning.
But to quote Andy Baker, she was cannon fodder. She was an early boot when they casted her. They knew it, and she was not going to go far in this game. But the rest of the episode was prime rib. I loved the rest of this episode. I thought, I won't say prime rib. Let's say it was a ribeye steak, maybe.
Oh,
steak sandwich.
I liked it. It was a New York strip for me.
Oh, I loved it. I thought it was great. It's like any Survivor's good Survivor. I can watch a bad season of Survivor and still like it.
Yeah.
But this episode to me, it ended. I'm not even. When we get to tribal, I'll probably be signed off already because I've got really. I've got almost nothing at the end. It's all in the first 3 quarters. Yeah.
2 notes in the tribal. Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I liked about this episode. I love soccer and I love watching the intricacies of Survivor. There's a lot of great stuff leading up to the end.
See, hockey's like soccer, only more exciting.
Faster, much faster, smaller rink.
Sure.
Yep, a lot more shots on goal. Yep,
lots
of hitting.
No fake getting hurts and crying in the corner because your ankle got hit.
I bet there's a video of some hockey player taking a dive.
Yeah, but they get penalized for it.
Yeah.
Anyway, hockey season opened today. No, but I see what you mean. All right, so I have one that is worthy of discussion, my friend. Cole is a great guy. All right, absolutely a great guy with a huge heart. It's so obvious when you watch him, when you hear him talk, when you pay attention to what he's doing. But is he really playing the game yet? I'd say no. I don't think he is yet. He might after this episode. But will Cole discover too late that you can't be Mr. Nice Guy and show the people where idols are? This did not curry favor with Joe. He should have sent Joe looking. He should have sent Joe looking and then went to where he knew it was. Or go get Jessica and you both go to where you knew it was. But he mistakenly thinks that this will cause Joe to see him in a valuable resource. Instead, it makes Joe see him as a threat. So I think Cole is making a mistake or has made a mistake. Will he turn it around, David?
I think he will because I think he has more connections than Joe does. Of course, we don't know this because we haven't been seeing all the camp life. But This was one of my initial reactions. Leave your feelings and personality traits at the door. Because Cole even said, I just thrive on helping people achieve and getting what they want. That's right. So if you need all those votes to win, I'm going to help you get all those votes, even though I'm sitting right beside you. Yeah. And my first thought was, oh man, go with the raft thing. Send him digging by a raft and say, dude, I'm going to go cover for you. I'm going to go make sure nobody's coming this way, but I'm going to run by the well first, but I'm going to make sure nobody's running this way. I'm totally with you. That just got to me because now I do think your comment could be misconstrued though. One is playing the game. Some just aren't playing it as well as others.
Okay.
I know that's one of those terms that kills me.
But when you're standing there looking at a tree and you realize what the clue means and it never even crosses your mind not to tell him, your mind is not in the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Like playing Monopoly and you land on Boardwalk or someone else lands on Boardwalk and you don't notice it and you own it with a hotel.
Oh, exactly. And this is like we're playing cards with our wives and there's a card discarded that is a wild card.
Yeah.
I don't want you to pick it up. I want you to draw from the pickup pile, the new card pile, so I can pick it up with my turn and take my card penalty. Exactly. I want that wild card. I'm not going to tell you that. But yeah, that's Joe, Mr. Nice Guy. You hit it on the head. That's just, you can't play that way. I'm so with you. I was thinking the same exact thing. Oh yeah, take him to a raft. Because even Joe said I would have never gotten that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cole's like, this is the best day. I'm like, no, it's not. It could be your worst day. But to go back to your original question, Cole's got Jessica.
Yes,
I think Jessica is closer. This is the tribe that I predicted. I have not seen any proof yet, but this is the tribe I thought where the women could actually work together, stick together more than the other tribes. And so far, the other tribes have voted off women. But I think this was the tribe I said where I could see these three young women working together.
Oh, yeah.
The guy going first. So I think Jessica's made inroads with Rourke and Desi. Yeah. I think Rourke is smart enough to see that Joe cannot be trusted. Hopefully we'll get more from Desi as well. But I do think he can recover from this, but it should be interesting if it happens next week.
Yeah. Well, you know I like them. I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of them on my fantasy team. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I love the healers team, the healers. Yeah. I think you have another one, don't you?
Well, I had a good gameplay and bad gameplay. The bad gameplay was Cole and Alan.
We didn't really see much of Alan tonight.
No, we didn't. And the more I read this, I wonder if it's something from last week. I wrote Alan and his suspicions dropping behavior. But you don't drop your suspicions in front of the people that you're trying to put suspicion on.
Wait. Did you mean maybe that when he got back to the back to camp, he all of a sudden he was all kind and not talking about it?
He was, and he had a confessional where he was like, whether I'm right or I'm wrong, I got suspicion on him.
Oh,
you know, and sometimes just putting suspicion on someone can get you the result you want. And that's true, but you don't put suspicion on, you don't make them alert to your plans. You do it in the confines of Chrissy and Ben and say, those two scare me. Those two are always together. Now they're going to separate. Now they're going to try and work against you to get other people working. You've given them the opportunity to turn on you when you didn't have to point it out in public because there's only 6 of you. Everybody sees those two are hanging out. So
but it might have worked. Ben told Ashley, well, I'm kind of starting to believe you. I mean, Alan made some inroads there.
What kind of worked? Because if Ben's believing Ashley, it didn't work. That means Alan's losing Ben. Oh.
But no, what it meant was that Ben did believe Alan, and he's maybe changing his mind. So it did have an effect on people. People did think they're a power couple.
Oh, I'm just saying that I think Ben and Chrissy and probably even Katrina saw that they were a couple before Alan went off in the middle of the night and did a strip search. So I think Alan should have kept it within the camp and kept it within that small group. But I don't know. I just think Alan revealed himself. And now he's got JP and Ashley gunning after him.
Yeah.
They want to pull somebody over and get rid of Alan. That wasn't the case until he said something.
All right, everybody. This is episode 2, not the premiere. Do not change the channel. Do not change the channel. It is time to recap this puppy. All right, David, it's night 3. It's the heroes. We were just kind of talking about this a little bit. Tribal Council was heated and angry, and Chrissy says it was great for her. So it got pretty heated and apparently angry last night at Tribal Council.
It did. Chrissy said it could not have gone better for me. I wrote down 3 things. She said she did not have to play the super idol and now has a fake idol she can use as a decoy. Mm-hmm. Alan showed himself in public again, which increases the divide between himself and JP and Ashley. And then there are cracks in this camp, and they were made by the players themselves. Chrissy did not have to force any cracks. Alan did that for him.
Chrissy's in a great spot.
I totally agree. She's my pick, so I hope she's in a great spot.
Yeah, she really is. And, of course, she says it has no power, but it still has power. And yet CBS still aired Probst saying it was powerless. So that kind of makes me wonder why they let that get through, or if they did it on purpose.
Or does that give Probst a chance to say, wow, we never saw that coming?
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
whatever.
probably so. But anyway,
Yeah, when Alan said that tribal council was intense, I wasn't expecting the fists to fly like they did. Well, you did kind of ring the bell for the fight to start, Alan. So I don't know what you were not expecting.
yeah. He also says, "But I got what I wanted." People think Ashley and JP are a power couple, and I think he's partially right, as we've already discussed. So
I just disagree with the way he did it. I don't think he should have done it publicly, because now he's alerted the power couple so that they'll split up.
well, yeah, and now everybody thinks he's crazy, right? In fact, later on in the episode, JP says, "I'm, what the connection we had, we're kind of trying to back off of it, you know." So really, he did do that, and he made everybody think he's crazy. He had Jessica Lewis eyes.
Yeah,
Jessica Lewis's eyes.
All right, so I got a question for you,
and I have an answer.
So if you accuse me of stealing your car,
Mm-hmm.
but there's no car to show that I even stole it, how do I defend myself from your accusations?
You don't have to do. Well, you just say there's no car. How can you prove it?
But you swear there is. How can I disprove it? This is where Ashley is with this idol.
You cannot disprove it. There is
Right.
no way to disprove it. That's why it's so dangerous to put yourself in a situation where someone can accuse you of something, because you can't. Denying it doesn't do any good.
Yeah, and it's like Mike said last week, that was it, perception's like 90% true.
Absolutely.
It becomes reality. Yeah.
And you know what? This is why me as a minister has to be very careful. I don't let women in my office with the door closed. I don't go anywhere alone with a woman, because perception can be bad. So you got to be really careful. And that's exactly what Ashley is saying, which is what you're saying.
Yeah.
I can't. What am I supposed to do? All I can do is say it's not me. And unfortunately, it makes you look even more guilty.
Yeah.
It makes you look guilty when you're not. And so Ashley and JP look guilty. They do.
Yeah. And the trouble is, these people don't know Ashley and JP before this 4 days. So they don't know what it's like when Ashley's being completely honest, or
Right.
they don't know what it's like when JP's being a little shady.
Exactly.
So they're having to trust in these 4 days. So yeah, it's hard. I like what Ben said. He said the core. I love his voice. I like when he talks. It's so funny.
Yeah.
The core 4 is done. This tribe is like old paint. There are cracks everywhere.
Yeah. He said something else. Well, do you remember what he said?
He said that he was trusting her more, believing her more.
No, at the very end, he said something about people may think it, and then he goes, "No, nobody thinks it. Everybody, it's a total wreck. A total wreck." So, all right, a very short intro, and we get to hustle. By the way, if you want to see the full intro, when you go to our website, you can sit there and just watch the whole thing. It's right there on the top. It has our logo on it, but still, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, Hustlers, day 4, everyone is working except for Simone. It is obvious again that she is not in the group.
That's true. But I did write, because I wrote the exact same line that you just said. I wrote with a little asterisk. I said, now, in her defense, we heard no one complaining that she's not working.
Well,
no one actually said that she's been sitting the whole time. However, production decided to show her sitting and swatting bugs and say, I'm okay. Even though everybody else is lifting trees, moving bamboo, and lifting, palm fronds and all that stuff. So that was, I don't know if to me, that was more of a fish out of water type thing. She's totally a fish out of water. She's even further. Yeah. Man, this is not for her.
Well, there's no air conditioning.
Yeah.
Someone told her that there's no air conditioning. So that's tough. Ryan and Devin, I feel like this is a very genuine alliance. I mean, especially for Devin.
Yeah.
I could see Ryan betraying Devin, but I can't see Devin betraying Ryan.
That is so funny, because I wrote down that while they're talking, Ryan's trying to think of when he's going to have to get rid of Devin.
Exactly.
Because Devin's going to go through a challenge run. If he makes the merge, he's going to go through a run where he wins challenges. Everybody likes Devin. Simone loves him, even in her exit interviews. But I mean, he's so likable, so nice. Ryan looks like the little conniving little guy who's hanging on by the backside, talking about coattail riding. And meanwhile, Devin's going, I could ride this way to the end with this dude. I could go away to the end with it. Now, Devin might not be thinking that, but I was just thinking what you were saying. Ryan's looking at him, dude, you're awesome. As long as we're on the same page, until I vote you off. But we are so good.
Right. But the flip side of that is, if Ryan and him and he are that close, Ryan and him are that close, then Ryan can ride Devin's coattails. So why would he get rid of Devin?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Ryan, that's what I picture is Ryan on the back. Well, he would get rid of Devin because Devin could beat him at the end if Devin goes on an immunity run and is still seen as the nicest guy in camp and works really hard.
Well,
so
maybe because Ryan would probably be seen as more of the game player. Mm-hmm. Be able to say that all Devin did was win challenges, but I made all the moves.
Right.
Or the examples.
I stabbed you all in the back. That was my plan. All Devin did was win challenges so you all could go home.
Yeah. You know, Simone is very excited. She did a aqua dump.
Yes.
So, I mean, hasn't everybody done an aqua dump? Just kidding.
Yeah, but she went 4 days before she did a dump at all, according to her interview. I wrote down Ryan, the tribe narrator, talking about everybody getting along. He's super tight, making social connections with everyone except Simone. This is where we start getting Simone out of tribe, fish out of water, Simone out of the tribe type thing. She's just weird. This is what he wrote. And I really feel like it has to do with her uncomfortableness amongst the tribe. We hear later that Allie's, happy for her that she's starting to work with these other personalities, that she's
right,
because she's not used to being around so many personalities. And I thought, wow, that's really out there for Survivor. Survivor's all about dealing with people.
Yeah.
And if you're going to go on Survivor, go in the middle of a crowd of people and start talking to everybody in the group, get to know other people. Wow. That's really tough to come into a situation like that.
Yeah. Allie is showing herself to be a really good player. Right now, her and Chrissy are my top. I like watching the way they're playing, based on what they're showing us anyway.
They had a very similar episode because when we talk about good gameplay, both of those two are my good two game players.
Yeah.
I loved how you'll get to that later or what?
Well, later on, I'm going to talk about about her and Ryan's conversation.
I just liked how everybody seemed to want to talk to Allie.
Well, yeah.
I mean, that's what we saw from the editing, but at the same time, everybody seemed very comfortable when they were talking to Allie.
Oh, yeah.
They wanted to work with Allie. And what was Allie doing? Allie was listening to their plans, letting people throw out names.
Right.
She didn't even throw out a name. She was listening. I think she's really smart.
And I also like how Lauren is handling herself also. So,
yeah.
Anyway, so let's see. Healers, day 4. Jessica and Cole are out fishing. Obviously, he taught her how to fish. I doubt she went out there and just figured it out. I have a feeling she allowed him to teach her. So now this is, again, he is so humble that he even doubts that she even gives him a second look. She's like, he's like, she's 30. She probably doesn't. She just sees me as some little kid. Maybe if I catch her more fish, she might actually look my way. I'm thinking, dude, are you lied? She
Jessica
likes you.
Jessica thought he was faking that early on. He was trying not to be the cool, handsome dude, but he is that dude. But I wrote while they're doing that, I wrote down, that's nice that you're leaving 4 players back at camp to talk about you two as a power couple.
And yet they didn't do that.
No, they didn't. But I guarantee you they were talking about those two.
Yeah, probably so. But it's interesting that they didn't show us that.
Which is why I think Cole can survive Joe's idle play.
Yeah, possibly so. Yeah. So Joe, Mike, Rourke, and Desi, they're all sitting there talking, and Joe's talking about we're on the wrong tribe, obviously.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We're on the beauty tribe, and we didn't realize it. And Mike's like, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. What do we think? Oh, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, it seems like that when Joe talks to the women, he's complimenting. When he's talking to Mike, he's accusing. And when he talks to Cole later, he's trying to use Cole for information or work with him. But so far, when he's talking to the women, it's compliments.
Right.
It's kinder things. So is he trying to set up one of the guys to go first so he can be the lone strong guy or something? I don't know. It just hit me that all his comments around the women were complimentary.
Yeah. Well, what we saw, yes. Well, the 2 women. Absolutely. He kind of likes Mike, but he's still telling everybody else that Mike has the idol.
Yeah. That
under the bus.
Yeah, that to me was kind of telling, though, that even though he's already pinned Mike as a target, he wants to get rid of Mike because he thinks he's smart. He's using the idol thing against him. Mike is still working his way into Joe's heart. Yeah. Personally, he's still a likable guy, and that's going to be bad for Joe if Mike works his way into the heart of the tribe.
Yeah,
You know,
it's true. Very true. How ironic is it that Joe wants to hunt for the idol? So he allows the other three to go to the well where the idol is. How ironic. Isn't that cool?
that is cool. I didn't think about that. I didn't write that down.
It's like, oh, I thought about it afterwards. I was like, okay, wait a second. He went to go look for the idol and sent them off to where the idol was. Didn't even realize it.
I like how he turned his back on him, where he was facing the other way as if he was picking out his path. And Rourke was the last one to leave. She turned around and looked at him. And I wish I could have seen her face.
Yeah.
She's saying, oh, he is getting into I'm about to run through the woods stance to go look for a room. Yeah.
Yep. It's not stupid. Well, as you know, they always tell us they're searching for idols all the time. Every single one of them.
Yep.
So, and they've also told us that the cameras are a pretty good clue if you're anywhere near one or if you're not. So
I wonder if they at all, even in this one, if they had to say, hey, don't look directly at the camera before you find the tree. You've already found the tree. Do it again, but don't look at the camera.
You know, they always have to do that. They're always having to do that.
Yep.
So Jessica and Cole come on the beach and Joe finds the clue and misreads it. He obviously hasn't looked at the camp map. Obviously.
Yeah.
And he talks to Cole, and here's where Cole just tells him what it actually means, and they go look for it. So I have something to say about when they found the idol. So if you have anything before that, now's the time.
No, I think we covered it in initial reactions.
All right. They go find the idol. I bet if Cole had found it, 1, Joe would have grabbed it to look at it. 2, Cole would have given it willingly for him to look at. And 3, Joe would have kept it. So no matter what happened, Joe was in the nut with that idol.
Yeah, he was very Tony-ish in this moment. From the way he ran off and found it to the way they dug up for it, that I totally agree that it would have been in Joe's hands when they left the well.
Well, just and Cole's whole demeanor, Cole would trust him. Yeah, sure, look at my idol. And Joe would just take it and put it in his pants and walk off. And Cole would be like, okay, it's our idol. You know what I mean?
I could see them. Yes, I'm totally agreeing because I could see them walking in two directions. And Cole goes to a camera and says, today is great. Joe and I found an idol. It was so cool. And then Joe walks to another camera and goes, I got to get rid of that guy. He knows I got an idol.
It happened.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, man. So we go to Heroes Day 5, and JP is fishing. And I like it. JP's just kind of a get it done kind of guy. He's really quiet. He doesn't like drama. He doesn't like confrontation. He'd rather just take care of everybody. And yet he's put in a situation where he feels like he kind of has to try to fix things, which you can tell is kind of awkward for him as he's talking to Chrissy. He's wanting to clean up his rep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wrote down, this is one of my favorite parts of the episode. I wrote down, now we get to see an actuary at work playing Survivor.
Oh, yeah. She's doing what Adam did.
Yeah. So first, she composes a plan, and her plan is find someone strong to work with, someone who can complement her style of play. Second, gather data. And we can go back to all these things. But second, gather data. She talks to JP, she talks to Ashley, she talks to Alan, and eventually she talks to Ben. Third, assess the data. Chrissy says JP's physical strength is good, but does not feel he's smart enough to play the game with her. Ashley is strong and smart, but untrusting. Alan is strong, but showed he can be unpredictable. Ben is a social magnet. He gets along with everyone, and he is a strong physical player.
Yep.
Ben, then the final step is to make your pick or your decision. Ben is her pick, and he agrees. They are now a real power couple who quote don't know each other, which is what his line was.
Yeah,
I love that segment. I thought that was beautiful.
Oh yeah, and she did exactly what Adam did. She talked to everybody. Everybody thinks that they're with her, you know, and she's with Ben. And I believe she finally did, you know, just like you said, she decided on Ben. It probably wasn't in that order for real.
Yeah.
I believe she will end up with Ben. And then
yeah,
good chance.
Yeah, that was absolutely edited to go that way. Yep.
I almost feel like if they were split up next week, because I think there might be a split up next week, that they would still have each other's back. That they would look out for each other and look at getting back together again.
I think it's going to go one more week at least. I would hope to be at least one more. But I wrote down working with Ben also puts Chrissy firmly in the hero's driver's seat because Ben is close to Alan, and Alan is at odds with JP and Ashley, which means Alan and JP and Ashley should not get together.
Yeah.
And so you kind of want to keep that going. So no way he gets with them at this point and works out to oust Chrissy or Ben. So, but by collecting all that data, Chrissy made a connection. This is what you just said, with everyone on the tribe and let them know she would work with them. She even told JP, imagine it's you and I.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see that? She didn't say, do you want to work together? She said, imagine it's you and I being that power couple.
And he's like, people won't think we're a power couple.
Yeah. Anything to make me not get voted out. And it's he at some point he makes the comment, well, if they see us as a couple, we might as well get together or something or do this or something.
You're talking about Ashley.
Well, him and Ashley. No, but this was him during him and Chrissy saying, Chrissy said, imagine it's us getting to the end or working.
Right.
People see that. But he says in a confessional,
confessional,
they're going to see us as a couple. We might as well be a couple. I'm like, dude, you are not a power couple. Ben and Chrissy are now a power couple. Devin and Ryan are a power couple. You two are not a power couple in Survivor.
There you go. So we cut to Devin of the Hustlers tribe doing yoga on the beach with some really good yoga music.
I wrote that down that you were noticing that. Listen, there's Dwaine and his music. Now he's got me listening for music.
At first, I thought it was going to be Cole and Jessica because of the music. Mm-hmm. Also, when the two snakes were going up the tree together, I thought, well, why would they be going to Jessica and Cole? Because they didn't lose immunity. I thought that was going to be a Jessica and Cole moment as well, but it wasn't. See,
did you notice that one snake was big and one snake was small, like Devin and Ryan? There you go.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. So Patrick found a toy, a crab that scares him to death, and I just,
But the music drastically changed when Patrick went running into the water. There goes the yoga music.
Yeah, really. I love how Lauren taunts Patrick with the crab.
Yes.
I mean, it's just, he's like a little girl scared of a spider, or my son scared of a spider. And like the person is, oh, here, let me throw it on you. And everybody's laughing. Everybody's enjoying it. So they're, I have a feeling that they're enjoying Lauren. They're not feeling like she's on the outs, that they are enjoying her. I do feel like that.
Lauren was my preseason pick to be the first off this tribe, and I was very happy to see her interaction this week with this tribe because it felt like she fit in more. And listening to reading Simone's exit interview, Ryan would wake up in the middle of the night and scream for everybody to get up. It was morning, and it wasn't, and they'd have to go back to sleep.
Why would he do that?
Because he's an idiot. But Simone's like, Ryan loves the camera. He plays up for the camera. Oh. So I can imagine they were loving Lauren taunting Ryan. Put him in a little uncomfortable situation.
Ryan or Patrick?
Sorry, Patrick. Patrick woke everybody up.
Whole thing over. What?
Yeah, sorry.
Wake up in the middle of the night
and just get up and yell down at the beach or whatever and say, oh, it's morning, get up. And it's not morning. So they'd have to go back to sleep. So I thought everybody probably loved watching Lauren taunt Patrick with the crab, kind of get him back for waking them up in the middle of the night, put him in an uncomfortable position.
Wow. That would be so annoying.
I know, and they kept him around, and I wonder. Well, we'll talk about that later, but they.
You can always get rid of him. You don't want. I mean, if you're going to choose between him or Simone, you're obviously getting rid of Simone.
Well, yes, I would say yes because Simone might be clay that you can mold to follow you and do what you say. But if you can't win challenges, you're going to have to get rid of her too.
Yeah, it's too early to get rid of a Patrick.
Yeah, you got to win challenges. You don't want to go back to tribal.
So, okay, so they're all sitting around talking about camp stuff.
I love her confessional where she says Patrick is the type of kid that you say don't touch that, and while he's looking at you, he reaches over and touches it.
Yeah. And one of the best pictures is him getting on the log, doing all kinds of crazy stuff. She's sitting there going, "I am so over this." Look on her face,
but a great observation and awareness from Lauren in that at the same time, she can't say anything if nobody else is saying anything to risk being seen as separated from this group.
Exactly.
She already sees the age difference, wants to remain in the group and not be an outsider. So she works to build a relationship with Allie. And then Patrick's name comes up even before the challenge, but Patrick's name comes up and Allie is like, you know what? I feel like sometimes I'm babysitting this kid, and if he comes up and the tribe wants him gone, I can go without him. But we'll see how that goes. But I love Lauren's awareness to say, but I can't, and that's mature. That's Survivor mature to say, you know what, I want to do this, but I can't. So here, Mr. Confessional, I'm going to say it all to you.
Yeah, and and they showed her one time sitting by herself while there were people behind her.
Mm-hmm.
But But I don't think that's happening all the time. I kind of feel like that was something they found and it was good for that segment. But everything else I'm seeing shows her being part of the group, interacting with the group, having fun with the group, not allowing her frustrations to be shown to the group, and just doing a really good job. On the complete opposite is Simone, who's totally not only by herself, but never interacting with the group until she tries, and it's not very good. Becomes very obvious that she's trying really hard.
I wonder if Lauren sitting in the shelter was almost a moment where somebody like Allie or Ryan said, "Why don't you go just sit over there and take a break?" Because Simone mentions later, it's obvious that Lauren doesn't like Patrick. It's obvious they don't get along, so she's going to use that to try and get Lauren to swing against Patrick. So it could have been Lauren saying, "You know what? I just need a moment to go sit over there in the shelter." Maybe she was fishing for an idol. Who knows? But I can imagine needing a break from Patrick after a while.
Yeah. Before we get to the reward immunity challenge, I miss our chat room. I'm going to have this fixed before next week. You will be able to watch us on our live page.
Oh, nobody's talking in the chat room.
There's only you, me, and 2 other people, and they're not even talking. Everybody's watching on YouTube.
Gotcha.
Anyway, reward immunity challenge day 6. This is when you are glad they put you on a boat to get to challenges because it's way out in the middle.
Oh my gosh.
And it is gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. I love Fiji. Oh my goodness.
I love this challenge. I thought it was fantastic.
It was great. It's a great puzzle after a tiring challenge course. Swimming, diving, and holding your breath takes a ton of toll, a lot of toll on your body. And also all the energy you're expending, your body needs more oxygen, so you can't hold your breath as long. It's like 2 different challenges where the second one actually counts, but still, it's a great challenge. I really liked it.
I liked how the tribes adapted to the challenge. They let Devin do all 3 puzzle pieces, and I think Cole did almost all the pieces. Jessica helped some, and then JP did a lot of the pieces, and it's almost like I'll do all the pieces, but you guys got to do a lot of the swimming when we have to pull that net to the other side. But still, it worked. It got them there first.
Yeah. About that puzzle, Tyler Fredrickson from season 30, and the only survivor who has ever actually told CBS, contact Survivor Talk with D&D. I want to do an exit interview with them. That was pretty. Tweeted earlier today or late last night, whichever the one, at the T Freddy is this thing. They'll do this challenge in a few seasons and it'll just be Fiji, 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 Fiji.
That's funny.
So healers win immunity and the large reward. Heroes win immunity and a smaller reward. And hustlers are going back to tribal council where one person was voted out of Survivor. And who gets the last confessional?
Devin.
Devin does.
Devin says Simone doesn't really fit in with us. She's useless in puzzles. It's a bummer, but she's got to go.
Yep. All right. Hustlers, day 6. This is where you had the snakes. And this is where Simone starts to finally talk. And it really sounds, I just feel bad for her. This was not her element at all. And in fact, even preseason with all the Josh Wigler interviews and with her interview, she just was really, this was not her group of people. She has a group of people she likes to hang around with, and these were not those people. And I think it was uncomfortable for her. She didn't know how to adapt to them.
I'm not even sure if she'd work in Big Brother, because that's all about personalities, right? Isn't that all about dealing with other people and having to fit in and get along? Maybe Amazing Race is more her speed, with somebody she's very comfortable with.
Yeah.
Her and Lauren do Amazing Race or something.
Right.
But I wrote down, after apologizing for not being more dominant in the puzzle, where Allie could have said, we were pretty dominant. I wrote down that Simone decides it is now time to start working on a narrative to vote out Patrick.
Right.
Simone feels it will be very easy to set the narrative on Patrick. And I wrote too little, too late. See you at Ponderosa.
Yep.
I mean, that's kind of what I got at the end, except for the fact that Allie seems to be a central point for all things. And I said towards the end to myself, if Allie gets to talk to Ryan at the end, that we have a core. We have a Devin Ryan Allie, Patrick, Core. And sure enough,
And
Allie and Ryan got to talk.
Then you have Chrissy and Ben there too. So who gets, of those 6, who's going to leave first? I
Could come down to the swap, a bad swap,
Yeah. Again, here, even with Allie, I feel like her and Lauren are just letting Simone talk, and agreeing with her, but there's no way. So I'm really wondering, because normally I would say Allie never even considered getting rid of Patrick. And yet there's the scene where, and this may have just, there's the scene where she completely changes Ryan's mind. Again, way to go, Allie. Totally manipulated Ryan. Either she did that because she really was considering Patrick, which I don't think she was. I actually think she was doing this to kind of show that she can show to herself, I can mold this. And then she probably molded him back. That's kind of where I'm at on that.
So she could have been dropping some test beads on Ryan to see how a conversation with Ryan could go. I think she obviously recognizes Ryan as the other smartest player in that tribe.
Yeah.
And I think that's why they're having a conversation. That'd be really, that's interesting that she would see how she could talk to Ryan, how it would go. Because you do want to have that conversation with somebody, especially if it's somebody you respect, to see how they're going to go, see how the conversations are going to go, how, if you can get your point across or if they get their point across.
Mm-hmm. Why do you think she thinks he's the smartest one in the tribe? I don't know that she does.
No, I think she sees him as the other smart one in the tribe.
I know that's asked. Well, that's what I meant to ask. Why do you think she sees him as the only? Because that implies to me the only other smart one. Do you think she thinks it's him and her?
Are you saying I'm Patrick and I said the wrong thing? Like get tribal. No, I know.
Only she and. Do you think she thinks only she and Ryan are the smart ones?
Not necessarily. I think she sees Ryan as 2 votes with Devin.
Okay.
And that's strong. That's a power duo.
That's true. And I think she could also get Lauren. She kind of has Lauren.
I think Allie's in the best seat in that tribe because she's been molding Simone. She's been having great conversations with Lauren. She's already locked in with Patrick.
Right.
He's going to do what she says because he knows he's being annoying. And then there's these 2 guys over there that are super strong. And one of them, I would think looking at Ryan, he's probably a Survivor super fan, pretty smart.
Oh, yeah.
So let me just bring him in because, and this is why what Ryan said is so important, that he's making social connections with everyone. If you get swapped into a split and like Ashley and JP and Alan get swapped onto the same new tribe, Alan better go find some new friends because he's in trouble. But if Allie and Ryan and Devin get on a new tribe together, Allie's safe with those 2. Mm-hmm. She'll be good with those 2. She's making connections. Allie's like Chrissy. She's making connections with everybody. So I've got Allie and Chrissy as the 2 players of the week because they just made connections with everybody. They did the Adam and Sarah thing. They made connections with everybody.
Yeah. So the only tribe that we don't know who's like kind of in control is the healer tribe.
The winner tribe. Yes.
Yeah. The other ones, we got Allie and we got Chrissy, and we kind of see what they're doing and how they're doing it. Mm-hmm. Which makes me think which is one of the reasons why I think there's going to be a mix up next week.
Well, if it does happen, then we'll probably see all the healers get knocked off because there's so many of them. They're going to get split up and the other 2 will work together to knock them all out.
Well, either that. Yeah. I don't remember the name of the next episode, but that was part of the reason why I felt that way.
But
the history.
I thought it said My Kisses Are Sacred or something.
Oh,
I thought I read that.
Oh, that may have been it. If that's the case, then it probably isn't. Okay. Well, anyway.
Well, put it this way. Probst's tease to Dalton Ross was sometimes love is in the air.
Oh, well, yeah.
Oh, great. That's going to be a great episode. But it was said a while ago. I don't know if Tyson said it or somebody said it, or it might have been Colton that said it. But sometimes going to tribal prepares you for another tribal. If the healers don't go to tribal at all before a split or a swap, no matter how smart they are, they don't have the experience of going to a tribal.
That's true.
That could pay dividends for the other people.
But at some point, no one has experience.
Boy, true, but once you
wise there. That was really wise. Are we real? I mean, I think we need to address the terrible, terrible baby analogy.
Go ahead.
By Ryan. He's horrible with analogies. First of all, here it is. You really want to like your newborn baby, take care of it, but it's really, really annoying because you have to watch it every single second. I just think it's horrible.
My first thought was he does not have a baby.
No, he does not. I mean, like, it's not like, but it's really, really annoying. It is. Yeah, it's not even annoying. It's just part of raising a baby.
Reading Simone's comments to Wiggler, she said he was the king of puns and the king of jokes, but she didn't give him any credit for analogies. So I guess I could see why.
No. Anyway, tribal council. Anything before tribal council?
I don't even have anything for tribal council.
Yeah, there's no way Patrick's going home. I mean, there's no way, no matter how much they try. Again, Ryan with his birthday party analogy that no one even knows what he's talking about. Probst of all people doesn't even know what he's talking about.
They had to tell Probst in his ear, he's talking about tribal. Oh, you're saying tribal is the birthday party. Okay.
Yeah. And Lauren's like, this is not a birthday. It's like a funeral.
Yeah, this is not a birthday party I've been to.
Yeah. Now, he did say one smart thing. There are 6 different agendas, but everyone thinks there's just one plan. That was a good quote.
Who said that?
Ryan did. Yeah.
Well, I expect good things from Ryan when he's not making analogies.
Now, they made a big deal about Patrick saying, I feel like I can trust most of the people here. Why is that such a big thing? Obviously, you're going against somebody. All he has to do is say, yeah, the person I'm voting for, I don't trust. That's all he had to say. I don't even understand why they made any big deal about this at all.
I'm kind of with you because Katrina and Simone both said, we're finally starting to get along. Let's just go back and we can all get along and be good. I'm like, one of you's leaving. So somebody's not going to go back and get along. It's almost like Patrick was just being honest. And I think Probst even said that when you come here, or Lauren said that when you say something from the heart, you're telling the truth. But if you got to be shady, that's when you're lying.
Yeah. I didn't get to watch it live, so I didn't get, on our Facebook group, we have the live discussion thread, but I bet they were pretty lively this week during the live show. Did you get to watch it live?
No, I did not. I was actually driving home from Longwood. We surprised Gracie for her birthday and went up there and saw her.
Ooh.
So,
well, if you want to be a part of that, everybody, just go to facebook.com. Actually, don't do that. Go to stwdd.com/Facebook. Anyway, I don't have anything more about the episode. Do you?
I thought it was great for Chrissy and Allie. I think Devin and Ryan are still in the driver's seat in there as far as what they can work together. I really enjoyed it. I thought the end was kind of predictable, as Andy would say, cannon fodder, but otherwise I enjoyed the episode.
Yeah, I did too. And I'm looking forward to next week. Absolutely looking forward to next week. So I'm really excited because somebody's going to win a Skype call with David Wright. Actually, 3 of our patrons are going to win a Skype call with David Wright. And one of them also gets a signed buff from David Wright. And everybody that's a D&D patron will get a signed headshot of David Wright. Pretty cool. It's the D&D patron sweepstakes. If you want to know more about it, it's stwdd.com/sweepstakes for all the details. We will be drawing the names during the Merge podcast, the Merge episode. So, and you get entries based on your October and November stuff. So just if you're interested, stwdd.com/sweepstakes.
Everybody sit back. It's time for feedback. Our listeners have to say what's on their minds today. D&D will hear you. D&D will read you. D&D will take the time to take your lines, analyze, and feel you. It's feedback. Survivor Talk with D&D. Take and listen to feedback, y'all. That's right.
Hey, David, before we listen to feedback, why don't you tell us about your new DSR starting up again?
Well, it's not exactly new, but it's the David Survivor rankings and predictions and I wanted to bring it up here because it's kind of like feedback, but it's going to be a weekly feedback from Abby and Alex, 2 friends I made at the Durham World Survival Challenge.
Yeah.
They're super fans. They have 2 different perspectives on the game and different from mine. And I read Alex's write-up about his experience at Durham Warriors, and I said, oh man, he's funny and he's got opinions, and I love that. And he's funny anyway. We had him on our Durham Warriors closeout show, and then Abby's been messaging me in a private chat asking thoughts about the show. We've just been talking about random. I'm like, two people from different worlds. Let's all come together. So we're doing our rankings prediction. It's real simple. We rank them from safest to least safe, and we get points for where that person was. Whoever gets the most points. So if whoever had Simone the lowest, which was me, I had her 14th out of 17. I got 14 points. Abby got 12. Alex had her at 2. He really liked her and did not want her to leave. Well, he has Cole at 1 because he likes his abs.
You can't let emotion control you, dude.
Thank you. Oh, he's on it now because he's ticked because Simone's gone, I'm sure. So what we're doing is we're trying to get – I told him to get them to me by the weekend. This is something for you to read on Monday or Tuesday before the next episode comes in. Yeah,
Ryan usually gets his out pretty quickly, and Katya gets hers out pretty quickly. Of course, you just go to our website, and at the top it says bloggers, and all 3 of them are there. Also, if you go scroll down during the featured area, you know, those little Windows features things swap, they're always there too, including David's. So those are always up to date. If you want to be a part of our feedback segment next week, just go to our website /feedback and tell us what you think by Thursday at 7 p.m. That's Eastern time, because that's where David lives. Again, that's stwd.com/feedback. And while you're there, look around. Who's up first, David?
Brother Will.
All right. Will, the giant ninja.
What's up, guys? It's Will from Wonder Lake again, a.k.a. the Giant Ninja. Well, here we are on the brink of the baseball playoffs, and I got to tell you, this is an absolutely and totally new and different feeling for me. I am not nervous. I am not anxious. I certainly hope my Cubs win. I will be following every single game, but there is absolutely none of the energy that I usually had, especially last year. I was freaking out last year for so many reasons. But hey, we won one, and that ended everything. It's a new world, and I guess go Cubs. And you know what? Go Indians, too. Mike in Cleveland, I am genuinely pulling for your Indians this year, unless they happen to face the Cubs in the World Series, which I don't see happening, but go Tribe. Having said all that, this is not a baseball podcast. This is a Survivor podcast. So let me give you my thoughts on episode 2. Number 1, from the Heroes Tribe, Chrissy. Chrissy's going to be a big part of this season. There's a reason that Probst chose to put the unused hidden immunity idol into the previously on Survivor section. That's going to come into play. Her relationship with Ben is going to come into play. Her relationship with Alan is going to come into play. She's going to be in this game for a while, I think, reading the edit. Number 2, the Healers Tribe. I want to talk about Cole. Cole, last time I checked, when God was passing out the attributes, you were either granted an 8-pack or a genius intellect. And obviously, he gave you the 8-pack. Why on earth did you tell Joe where to find the hidden immunity? Why did you tell him where it was? You understood the map. He did not. My goodness, dude, just keep that to yourself and look later when Joe's not around. Tell him, you're right, that's the raft. You need to look near the raft, but you need to look where the raft was originally. See, I moved the raft. It started over there, so it must be 5 feet from over there. You go digging for the hidden immunity idol. I'll look out for you. I'll hang out by the well. And then you have the idol all to yourself. But no, instead, you help Joe find it. Now Joe has it. Joe's worried about you because you know that Joe has it. Joe's going to be probably coming for you. I don't like where this is headed, buddy. And regardless, I just think you made a big boo-boo in basically handing the idol to Joe instead of getting it for yourself, which you had every ability to do. Mm-hmm. So I'm not happy. I don't like that. I don't like how it turned out. And finally, number 3, the Hustlers Tribe, my B-fam, my brother from another mother, Ryan. Ryan, I got to tell you, buddy, watch out for Allie. Allie knows what she's doing. Allie is good at this game. And honestly, Allie should have probably gotten rid of you last night, and she could have done it. I would be very, very, very worried about Allie if I were you, unless you have a legitimately good relationship with her that we're not seeing on screen, which is, of course, possible. But if what we're seeing on screen is largely accurate, Allie has a relationship with Patrick. She's got Lydia. She seems to be able to work with Devin. I'm sure Devin wouldn't turn his back on you and vote you out, but Allie seems to have an in with every single member of your tribe, and maybe even a better in with every single member of your tribe than you have.
Mm-hmm.
Based on that, I am slightly worried about you. I hope that I am overreacting. I hope that, in fact, your edit is predicting that you will be on the same swapped tribe with Chrissy, and you and she will be able to work together with that now powerless immunity idol. I hope that you're able to work with people. I hope that you're able to keep establishing relationships and move forward in this game. Because, buddy, I love you. I think you are fantastic. You are exactly what this game needs. I am hashtag Team Ryan, my B fan. Well, that's all I've got. Later, peeps. Will out, the Giant Ninja.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, he was so wired last year at this time when the Cubs were starting into their playoff run. I do remember that. And we did get a 5-minute Cubby moment, but that wasn't my feedback, so that doesn't count.
Yeah. Prepare everybody. Every time he calls in, if the Cubs are doing well, we're going to get a little baseball talk.
So 2 comments on Will's great feedback. One was on all the things that they showed us about Chrissy and the idol, the previously ons. They also made a point to show us Ryan talking at the challenge. She doesn't know it was me, but I'm looking forward to working with that later. That was a great sight. I'm glad they allowed us to hear that. That's Ryan being Ryan. And also, I love Will's fantasy writing about Allie turning on Ryan, but now Allie goes back to camp with 4 friends instead of going back to camp with maybe 2 friends and losing out on the other. It's too early to break up your tribe already. I agree. But that would have been something if she'd have pulled a Ryan exit. That would have been amazing.
I don't know why she would. That's probably the only thing in his feedback I didn't quite agree with.
Oh yeah, I agree with you in that it was too early and she shouldn't have. She would have made the right move.
Of course, Will get in the Facebook group and tell us how we misunderstood what he said
and quote law and stuff about how we were wrong.
Pull a objection thing like he does in court.
Yep.
All right. Next, we have Wendy Zell. So good to hear from Wendy. Wendy's one of our first original listeners. Here we go.
Hey, Dwaine and David. It's Wendy from South Dakota. Not too terrible much to say about this episode. Not that it was a bad episode. It just wasn't full of dramatic things that happened. I wasn't too excited to see Joe find the idol. He reminds me too much of Tony, and I wasn't a big Tony fan. It's almost eerie how much he reminds me of Tony. So I wasn't crazy about him finding the idol, but, more power to him. He hustled out there. I'm curious to see whether his getting help from Cole will help him or hurt him. It looks like from the next episode that it may hurt him, but we'll see if Cole is able to pull that off or not.
Mm-hmm.
The decision to send Simone home instead of Patrick, I feel like that's a good one. I mean, the edit can tell it however it wants to, but she didn't seem to be helping. If you're not strong physically and can't really help in the challenges, then you have to be at least good at putting puzzles together. And it seems like she really struggled with that because they had a big lead starting the puzzle. I really like Allie. She seems really put together, really social, strong enough to help in the challenges, but not too strong to be seen as a threat. I'm curious to see where she goes from here. And we'll keep watching to find out. It's nice to talk to you guys again and all my Survivor friends. Take care.
Yay, Wendy.
Nice to hear from
that.
I'm not a Tony fan. Well, I tell you who is a Tony fan is CBS.
Yes.
And I bet you they love Joe, and they love that idol being in the hands of Joe and not Cole.
Mm-hmm.
Because Cole's just going to turn it over to Jessica or bring it up to his friends, whereas Joe is going to try and do something dramatic, and that's what they want. And so I guess then if she's looking for drama, though, stick around. Joe can bring it. But she must not be a fan of JP because he is anti-drama. Even in his confessionals, when he talks like this and just talks about how he gets things done. That's how we train. We're trained to remain calm in all situations, and we just get it done. Next.
All right. Next, we got Brian from Rockville. Where is that? Rockville what?
Maryland?
Maryland.
Yeah. Maryland, yeah.
Here's a few of my thoughts on this week's boot and prediction for the week. Simone was doomed from the start. She was going in with a flawed social game, and that seemed to get undermined further by a specific physical game deficit, tolerating the living conditions. That impacts one mood and ability to think clearly. Oh, I'm sorry. That impacts one's mood and ability to think clearly.
Absolutely.
This is how your physical game can affect your social and strategic games. I'm sorry. Do you want to say something?
No, I absolutely agree. When you can't tolerate your conditions, it throws off a lot of other things.
Now, contrary to a common fan theory, Simone was not doomed by some kind of aquadump curse. There is no aquadump curse. The players do aquadumps all the time. Actually, I think what I saw on Twitter wasn't the fact that they did aquadumps. It was the fact that they talked about it and got excited about it.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, now it's possible the true aquadump curse. Oh,
Yeah, you've done this before.
Brian. Well, I didn't read them.
No, that's fine. I didn't either.
Now it's possible the true aquadump curse is when the editors show you talking about your aquadump. Something both Darnell and Simone did. Brian, I'm terribly sorry.
Great point, Brian. Good job, Brian.
Yeah, way to go, Brian. Somebody was really excited about that in the crowd. There's the lesson. Even if your brown trout follows you all the way back to shore, you will be fine as long as you don't talk about it. That's the first rule of Survivor Aquadump Club. You do not talk about aquadumps. Now, enough talking about aquadumps. Here's a small prediction for next week. I think the editors hinted at Joe and Mike working together by showing them getting along better this week. So the Cole-Jessica showmance will be short-lived. Who do you think they will target first? Keep up the good work, guys. Brian in Rockville, Maryland. Who do we think? Joe and Mike? Do you think Joe and Mike are going to work well together? I don't know about that.
You know what I think they're showing us? That Joe is not close to anybody. He doesn't have anybody's trust, and nobody right now trusts Joe. He's already made a target out of Mike. He's now going to make a target out of Cole, and if he does, Cole's going to tell the group that he's got an idol, like we saw in the preview. He tells Jessica, Joe's got the idol. So I think it's more likely that Joe could be in trouble more than Cole or Jessica. Of the two, you get rid of Jessica because you need Cole in challenges, but getting this close to a swap, maybe you do get rid of Cole.
Yeah. All right. We have Miriam, otherwise known as Vader Girl.
Hey, Dave and Dwaine and D&D patrons, fans, listeners. This is Miriam, otherwise known as Vader Girl. I'm in the middle of moving with a moving truck, so I'm a little bit busy. This is a quick recording. I just wanted to say I'm still loving Ryan, my winner pick. I think he is totally getting the winning edit. I just really think Survivor is keeping it fresh, keeping it real, loving it. I'm just excited. And Ryan. I don't really have a whole lot to say. I was been pretty stressed out with the move. I did take a quick break to watch Survivor last night. And what I saw with Ryan, I was very impressed with. I mean, I would say I would also like Patrick, who I did. For some reason, I picked him for fantasy, too. I did get a good feeling about him. And I didn't pick the girl that got voted out because I had a feeling she would get voted out, even though Jeff Probst promoted her. I'm also liking the guy like Tony Vlankos. There's a Tony Vlankos, guys, that really is funny. He reminds me a lot of Tony Vlankos. I think he's Joe. He's pretty funny. So anyways, love you guys. May the 4th be with you. Black Cats and Kale for life. Shop the D&D Amazon link. And talk to you guys in chat. Bye.
She would have talked to us in chat, but chat didn't work. Well, one on the line. In fact, she was in chat earlier. David, I'm not quite sure who she wants to win.
Well, it's funny that of our 4 feedback, 2 of them were high on the little scrawny guy.
Yeah.
It's funny. And let me give you a little taste for those of y'all that didn't read this past week's David Survivor rankings and predictions. Here's what Alex said about Ryan.
All right.
He put him number 14 of 17 and safe. So he said that he didn't think he was that safe. Look, this is rich coming from someone as unquestionably unqualified to deal with the beach life grind that is Survivor. But wouldn't it be a mercy killing to snuff Ryan in his torch early? He has no weight to lose to begin with, not to mention that he's pale enough that he'll be fried by day 5. By the time the merge rolls around, it'll only need a strong breeze, let alone a Fijian cyclone, to blow him back home. No vote at tribal needed. I love it.
Oh, wow. There you go. Anything else, David, about any of that?
No, but Abby and I both had Ryan at number 1 last week, coming on last week. So we were high on Ryan. Alex was not so much. No, great feedback as always.
Survivor Talk with D&D comes a new podcast that is guaranteed to entertain the TV watcher in all of us. In Rewind Fast Forward with D&D, David and Dwaine take on the entire season of a show they have already watched as they rewind back to discuss each episode, knowing what lies ahead on the fast forward. Their first season to Rewind Fast Forward is season 1 of the Netflix hit show Stranger Things. Look for Rewind Fast Forward with D&D on iTunes. Subscribe now to catch episodes 1 and 2 of Stranger Things. Rewind Fast Forward with D&D. Just two best friends talking about a season they love.
I'll tell you what, man, I am so looking forward to season 2. Stranger Things. It's going to be good.
Less than a month.
I know. And if you haven't listened to our Rewind Fast Forward, we literally did every single episode. It was really a lot of fun, and we got to rewatch it. David got to watch it like 10 times each one.
Yeah. Speaking of Netflix, and this was one of my initial feedbacks that I wrote down and didn't read it fast enough when we were doing this. Netflix has kind of ruined regular TV, and I think we've talked about this before, because I want to binge Survivor. I don't want to watch it one week at a time. Right. I want to binge it like I've binged everything else on Netflix.
Yeah, it'd be kind of hard to podcast about it though.
It would. Yeah, it'd be a long podcast.
Rewind Fast Forward with D&D Survivor 35.
That's the historians. Go listen to them.
But
yeah, go. Thank you, Netflix, for ruining that for us.
Right.
You write them. We read them. iTunes reviews.
We have a review. It's from Buddy Ryan Era. It says, "Back for another season!" 5 stars. Love the podcast. Thank you, Buddy Ryan Era. Probably Era. E-R-A.
You know who Buddy Ryan is?
Am I supposed to?
You're a football fan. He was the defensive coordinator for the Bears, and they won the Super Bowl. Then he took over the Eagles.
So Buddy Ryan is listening to our podcast.
No, a fan of the Buddy Ryan era, I'm sure.
Oh, okay. All right.
But thank you for the review.
That's right. And you can get your review read just by writing one, preferably a good one. Don't write, my mom always said, if you can't say something good, don't say something at all. Same with reviews.
My granny always said, if you can't say something good, make sure they're out of the room.
Well, there you go. There you go. Well, hey, thank you everybody for your feedback. It was great stuff as usual. We always like to hear it. We had 4 tonight. Let's get some more in. We love reading them, and we love listening to them, and we love talking about them. So get that feedback in. And we just want to say thank you for listening. Thanks to all of you who watched and talked in the chat room as we recorded the show Thursday night. And I promise you the live page, stwdd.com/live, will be fixed for next week's show. I know how to fix it, and I will fix it. Also, thank you to our D&D patrons. Your monthly support of $2 or more is appreciated more than we could ever show. Check out our 2 other podcasts, Movie Talk with D&D. And as we just said, we just finished season 1 of Stranger Things, and our 3rd podcast, Rewind Fast Forward with D&D. And all are available on our website, stwdd.com. And that's where you find them. David, any final words or predictions from my best friend and host, David?
I'm sorry that I'm such a soccer fan, but this had a lot of good runs and passes and shots on goal all throughout the episode. The end was a tie, 0-0, but this was still just a good show. Next week, I don't think there's a swap yet. We didn't get a drop your buffs. I hope there's not a swap yet. I'd like to see at least one more.
Yeah, probably.
And I'd like to see the healers go and let them go to tribal council and let Joe and Cole and Mike fight it out, and watch the girls will sit back and vote them all out.
Yeah.
So
I can't believe that you like soccer, but you don't like hockey.
I didn't say I didn't like hockey. I just don't take the time to watch hockey.
I mentioned that it was the opening of hockey season, and you acted like it was the most boring thing in the entire world.
Hockey season and baseball season, I don't sit down. There are soccer games I record to go back and watch.
Yeah. Like,
I have a sickness, I understand.
United will underfund.
We'll underfund you if you don't pay them. Yes.
Manheiser Chester United Federal Relation.
Mannheim Steamroller United. There you go.
Yes. Mannheim Steamroller United. Gwen in the chat room still wants you to binge watch Psych, and so do I. I'm telling you, you watch 2 or 3 episodes and you will not be able to stop watching them.
I bet I can.
All right. That's all, folks. See you later. Thanks for watching us record. And if you're listening to this later, thanks for listening. Bye-bye.